But this is something that natural wines don't do.
Now, take three. Hi, welcome to the National Quiz. Hi, welcome to the National Quiz Choice Online News at Hyatt. Today we're going to talk about champagnes and sugar with Pierre from All Natural Wines. Hey, Pierre, good to see you again.
Hi again.
And everybody's asking about is there such a thing as natural champagne, and also about sugar levels. Because there are diabetics out there who wants to drink wine. They thought is healthy. So what would you recommend? Because there's various sugar levels for each product, like wines and champagnes and other categories. So
Sugar in wine is a very complicated matter. You have different origins from your sugar and different use of it. First of all, you have the sugar contained in the grape juice. Normally, this is all this sugar that will be turned into alcohol with the yeast that we were talking about. Naturally, the yeast will turn all the sugar into alcohol, and then there is nothing else to eat. So the winemaking process just ends there, and you will have a dry wine, no residual sugar, or like very, very few, and a certain percentage of alcohol. Then you will have some process, for example, the years where you have less sun, then the fruit will be less mature, and the content of sugar will be lesser than usual. And you will be scared that you will not reach your usual alcohol content in your wine. So producers might choose to add sugar from outside before the winemaking process. So by having a higher level of sugar, they will get the intended level of alcohol in the end. This method is something that is refused by natural winemakers because they want to make wines with what nature gave them and with what's inside the grapes. If they have to add sugar in it, it's not wine anymore, it's industrial product. Another thing is, if you want to have sugar still at the end, you can put sugar at the end of the process. This is what you will have, for example, for some fortified wines, where you will just turn it into wine. You will have a dry wine, you put artificial sugar in it, and you have a sweet product. So for your diabetes, it's of course the one that they should avoid. They can also add sugar before, but so much that the yeast will just eat whatever they can, and in the end they will still have a lot of sugar remaining.
Mhm. So is it recommended for diabetics to drink red wine?
Honestly, I'm not sure diabetics should drink alcohol. I don't know about those things.
Okay.
But if it's only about sugar, red wine is generally dry, so it should be okay. Some red wines have sugar in it, but it should be said and you will feel it anyway. Normally most of the red wines are dry. White wines, you will have much more with sugar, of course.
Oh wow. So white wine has more sugar in it.
It doesn't have more, but you will have more white wines with sugar because
Okay.
it's a natural tendency to have sweet white wines, not red wines.
I see. Now about champagne, uh, is there such a thing as natural champagne in France?
If you take the definition as natural, by saying you don't add anything to the product, you just take the grapes and you turn it into wine, it's impossible to have a real pure natural champagne. Because when you do sparkling wine in general and champagne in particular, you are turning it into wine in the open air, and the yeast is producing gas that just go outside. But in the second stage, that's what they call the second fermentation, they will add more sugar from the outside, they will add maybe again a little bit of yeast, and they will close the bottle. So the yeast will consume the sugar inside the bottle, produce gas that will remain inside, and the pressure will go up and the bubble will start appearing. And when you open the bottle again, then you have this sparkling effect. But this can only exist because you added sugar a second time and closed the bottle. If you really want a natural wine with nothing added, natural champagne doesn't exist. However, I'm trying to look for champagnes which are as natural as possible. Of course, you can find champagne made with organic grapes. And I'm trying to find producers who are very close to the purest techniques, trying to not refining, trying to not filter too much, trying to keep it with less intervention as possible. In the end, they still have to use this sugar to make it, but besides this, all the rest should be good. So that could be a different kind of product. It would be not pure natural, but it would be very close to nature champagne.
Well, thank you, Pierre, for sharing with us these insights. And once again, thank you for joining us here at the National Quiz Choice at Hyatt. Have a good day, and good weekend. Hate the last part. I always hate the last part, but that's okay.